Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode, the 50th episode. Just the 50th of Big Bro, Little Bro. I am comedian Lonnie.
And I'm the Flash.
Bruh, I have never felt better than sitting in this chair right now.
Yeah, we was on vacation last week, so
Man, to talk my shit
so
for
that's
the
why-
last 2 weeks, really.
2 weeks. So that's why we didn't have any episode.
So, first and foremost, y'all feel good to be back. I've never missed America more in my life.
Tell me where you been.
Bruh, started 3 weeks ago and went on a family vacation to Panama.
Okay.
We was out there for a week. I'm going to tell y'all all about that one because that's a whole nother episode. Just know that Mama Trauma 3 is coming. Just know it's coming. Then got back. I was here for what, maybe like 4 days? And then went to Rome, Italy. The most emotional 3 weeks of my life that really just like, I was like, yep, I'm just writing notes. Ready to record the podcast because I got some ish to say. And then when I think I'm going to come back to just normalcy, your boy Will Smith.
Hancock.
Hitch himself. Mr. Bad Boy decided to set the world ablaze all over his woman.
The look his woman gave him.
The look his woman gave him.
Like, go get his ass.
Now, before we get into it, let's go ahead, you had to go. Tell him what we on.
I mean, we on that rock shit.
What is it, Terramana?
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's that rock shit.
You like that over the Casamigos, as they say?
Man, I think this is a little better. Hey, we don't get too drunk. This is gonna be a sipping conversation.
Yeah.
'Cause we ain't seen each other.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
We ain't talked to each other in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, literally, like, bro, phone service terrible. I couldn't like the house we were in Italy didn't even have Wi-Fi in the house. Like you had to be outside. But mind you, it's like 55 degrees outside.
Oh, it's cold.
Cold as hell. So I'm like, no, we not. It looked like I just took a break from social media, like literally broke from social media. Like the little times I did have service, I mean I did a little something, but nothing crazy. Hey, cheers, man, to the 50th episode. It tastes like something The Rock would have made. That tastes like something The Rock would have made. So your boy. And I know you're not really a big Will Smith fan. And I'm a huge Will Smith fan. So when I seen it, I get woken up out of my sleep like, oh shit, like Will Smith just slapped Chris Rock on stage. I'm like, oh damn, he must have told some August Alsina jokes. First thing that came to my mind, I was like, he went in on that. But then I seen it and I was like, wait, what? So then I'm like, you know how you searching for more clips? Like, okay, so maybe it was a joke he said earlier. And I'm like, so I'm searching. I'm like, but that was all he said?
No, then they pulled up the thing from when Jada said ban the Oscars. Oscar too white. You remember that a couple years ago? And he was like, I mean, in his dialogue, he's a comedian. They don't write the jokes, guys. You know that, right? It's a room, people who are directors, who are writers, who write the skits out for them. The jokes are skits because they're segues into the next award. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't know that.
Yep.
So he had said something like, you know what I'm saying? Jada not being invited to the Oscars.
Jada banning the Oscars is like
him
banning Rihanna's panties.
Yeah, you're not invited.
Yeah. So and that was what, 2016 or 17?
Yeah, 16, I believe. So everybody was like, oh, he dissed Jada. He didn't diss Jada. Jada, they ain't never had no Oscar-worthy work. So she ain't never really been invited. The only reason she ever been showing up because she married to Will Smith.
The boy.
She married to Will. So that wasn't bad.
Yep.
See, that's that acceptance that's that we thing that so many black women got going on with them. The we. When their man is successful is we.
Mm-hmm.
When they're successful is
We
them.
did this.
No, when they're successful is them.
Oh yeah, it's them. But
They
when
ain't never-
when it's you, it's
Hey,
a we thing.
hey, when
We did it back.
hey, when they get they shine and the light is on them, and they say, "Oh, it's for all of us."
Uh-huh.
You only see their face.
Mm-hmm.
Like, perfect example. You see Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen her husband but a few times.
Bruh.
Now, if that was Conrad Harris, you would see his wife. You had to know everything she did.
All in the
And then-
pictures. All in the video. All
I feel like Suge Knight at the Source Awards, and I was really hurt because it set us back so many years. And Chris took it like a G, because like Shannon Sharp said, I would have beat Will Smith ass.
Yeah.
Because Will Smith, hold on, they let Will Smith get up on stage. Security did not stop him.
Mm-hmm.
They let him get close to Chris Rock, slap him, walk off. Security didn't do nothing.
Just out there.
They let him sit back in his chair and then cuss. They didn't beep it out or nothing. If you went up there and say it's hard out here for a mother, they would beep.
Twice.
beep.
He cussed twice.
They let him do it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, oh, he defending his wife. Number one, the writers probably know nothing about no alopecia, or they probably did, or Chris Rock can go over the script.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Over the case may be. And even like, it's like telling your kids sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Yeah.
So you tell your kids that words shouldn't hurt him. But as adults, words should hurt you because you went up there and assaulted someone.
Mm-hmm.
Now I see if he said, I see if he said, shout out kissing on that nigga tattoos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I see he said, I see she said, shout out right around the old school to my son. She loved this shit.
Yep.
Then you got Jaden Smith talking about that's how we do. Nigga, you better be quiet.
That's how who do.
If I was you, I'd be so embarrassed that your mama was inviting your friend over for cookies and she was giving that nigga cookies.
and milk.
And
It be people like that. That's how we do. Nigga, you were raised in Calabasas,
Yeah,
bro.
and
Shut
then
up. That's not how
and
you
then
do.
you got Jada Smith. I mean, Jada Pinkett Smith talking about, oh, it's time for healing. Healing. Let me tell you something. I don't care what Will Smith said to me. If I'm Chris Rock, every time I see Will, I'm on his ass. And get what? Oh, Will bigger than him. Get what? Though? Hancock stopped bullets in fake life. Hancock can't stop bullets in real life.
Man.
Hey, I asked Will Smith a question. They told me he from Philly. He ain't lived in Philly since he was what, 17, 16, 18 years old.
That ain't got nothing to do with
He's
his
50
Philly
years
roots.
old now. But you ever been in the shootout as a grown man?
Man, it would have been some smoke in the city. And so my thing about it was, well, one, Chris Rock did take it like a G. I wish he would have. I only thing that I wish he would have done different. I wish he would have retorted something, because at that point you done physically assaulted me. So now
He did. He said, "Man, Will Smith just slapped the hell out of me."
yeah, no, he should have said. I bet you ain't had the same energy for August. He should have said something.
See, but the thing is, Chris Rock understood the show must go on.
Yeah,
See, Chris Rock is the type of man that you want your kids to be like, not operating your emotions. You know how many guys right now in the penitentiary trying to fight for a woman's honor?
Mm-hmm.
You know how many guys who dead
Mm-hmm.
because he said my girl was ugly. I'm about to go get him and got killed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And they talking about some protection of women. I said the problem is Jada didn't protect him.
Yeah, not at all.
She didn't protect him from the entanglement. She made a word up.
Yeah,
She didn't protect him from that.
yeah.
Oh, they was separated at the time. Okay, you don't know. Will ain't came out and said that. And ain't nobody else came out and said, "Oh, I was with Will at the time."
Yeah.
This little young boy made a video and talked about being with her. Then you see all the pictures of them together on red carpets, and he all at the house eating dinner with the family.
Mm-hmm. Family vacay.
Family vacations and stuff. She's talking about, and then when somebody asked about him, she was talking about, "Oh, I was helping him heal." Who you, Eric Badu?
Yana Van Zant.
Then this whole thing about protecting the black women. Black women are the most protected. I wish your ass would say. I wish a black man would say something to a black woman. His ass gonna get locked up. Mm-hmm. I wish the black man would put his hands on a black woman. He gonna get locked up. Y'all talking about protecting black women. Y'all didn't protect Chris Brown when that girl talking about he did all the stuff to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like that same protection. When Regina Hall came, one of them said, all single man's XYZ, Will Jada said, you come on with me. Jada didn't get up there then and said, don't disrespect me like that. Don't disrespect me like that in front of my husband. Jada didn't say, August, you need to chill out with them damn songs talking about what's going on. Don't disrespect my husband. Then you got Tiffany Haddish talking about oh, you better get him some. What?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. And I was conflicted when I seen it. Cause I'm like, one, I've been in a situation where like, let's just say on Will Smith's side on this. I'm just taking it from his view. Everybody done been there where like you may be into it with or like something happened that day where she just don't feel the prettiest and you had to convince her, and it's an insecurity. It's something that like, you got to convince. So I was like, okay, it could have been something they talked about earlier today. It struck a nerve. That was my first thought. But then I go back to, it's national TV. National TV that you did this on a night that was supposed to be about you, and now it's over. The entire night, your action is overshadowed.
Have you ever noticed? All the stuff, every award show that's about him, he make it about her. Remember all of this stuff. Every time he does something, he makes it about her, and that's the problem. That's pandering. And somebody gonna say, "Well, you ain't never been in love." Sometimes, as a man, as the leader, you ain't the leader without your troops. But at some point, your wife supposed to tell you, and when he looked like he about to get up, Jada said, "Sit your ass down."
If your pussy or your love is gonna have me on national TV embarrassing myself, I don't want it.
But you know what though? I
don't want it.
Her love, because my love make you do crazy things. No, it don't. That slap and that anger,
It make you do stupid things.
That slap and that anger came from all the hurt. Instead of him healing from what was going on with him, with that young boy and his wife and all the other stuff, instead of him healing.
But my thing is, that's what they chose to do. They chose to bring their life to the public. So you can't be mad about it now.
But the thing is, you never supposed to. You ain't never supposed to mention what y'all got going on in y'all bedroom anywhere. He Will Smith. You don't mess up $20 million,
man.
$20 million man. You don't see that's the problem. We'll mess as black men. We get women who mess us up. We get women who put us in a buck.
Yep.
And we gotta come out swinging and justify and this and all the other stuff, like so many different other things.
Yep. I just Will Smith been acting since he was in his teens. So he was like 50 something now. So 40 years of acting. This nigga has been chasing this one award. He has been chasing that acceptance.
Since like 89, 90. So roughly 30-something years.
30-something years.
Yeah, he been trying to get that award, and it was finally his turn. And then
it was her turn. He made it hers.
Everything about her and not about him.
And my thing is, everybody knows award shows. Everybody knows that the comedians, whoever opens the show, whatever, they all know that it's open season. We know that. We've seen it. This ain't his first Oscars he's been to. So it's just like, bro, what? How you lose sight of everything that you?
Man, he's never gonna be able to live this down.
It's like,
and people like this. Oh well, get over it. That's the problem in our community. When something is out of order, we don't fix it, clean it up. What we do is, okay, it's a pothole. Put some sheetrock over it and get over it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you wear that shit wear down the hole's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just filling the hole,
Mm-hmm.
paving the street.
Mm-hmm. Or closing down the
Or
street.
closing down the street or closing down the street to fix the street.
Yep.
What we do is we be like, just keep going.
Yeah. We ain't got time. We got to keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Like, I feel bad for Chris Rock. Because it's just one of those things. Like, Chris Rock has had an amazing career. I'm not necessarily crazy about him, but
Man, I like
his
Chris Rock.
just the accolades he has, and now that's one of the things he will always like have on his resume now. Like,
he took it like a G. He took it like a G. He didn't take it the way I take it, and I'm testing my right now. Don't ever think you run up on me and slap me
bro, not on national TV
like this. Don't ever think you can run up on me and slap me.
Now, it would have been a different story if they had been in the back and it was rumors. We heard this happen, and then he told the story later. He did it so we can see and play it back.
What Charlie Murphy said on Dave Chappelle show? He said, man, like in London, they said you slap somebody. It had to be a duel. Somebody got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Slapping is close to spitting.
Yeah, no, that's pretty disrespectful. It's actually one of the most disrespectful things, especially to a man and a man's ego. Pride, all of that stuff. So the fact that like I couldn't believe it. I sat there and watched the video. I was like, you know how you watch a video, you be like you praying for a different outcome every time you see it.
Wrong.
Nope.
So how was the trip, man? What you learn? What you learn about your?
Man, I learned too much. I don't even know where to start. Just that like one. And the person I went on vacation with, we had the most amazing time. We did. It was literally everybody else around me. Started with my mom, which is the whole episode. And then we was on the trip. Niggas got emotional. I'm finding out stuff that I don't even think I was supposed to ever know. It's just like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? And why is this the time that everybody want to go haywire? It must be like Mercury retrograde. I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever is going on, whatever is going on. Because that morning I woke up to the slap. That was the icing on the cake. So I was just like, everybody just losing their mind and emotions. Mm-hmm. Everybody just going through it. And I don't even know where to start. I'm just like, I need a vacation from the vacations. It's like, what do you do? I can't wait to talk to my therapist. I got the hat on today because I ain't had a haircut in like 2 weeks. I'm ready. I can't wait to sit in the chair tomorrow. I cannot wait. I just want to get back to normalcy. I don't even really want to talk to nobody. I just want to keep my head in. I just want to work. I just want to put this content out. That's it. That's all I wanted to do out there. That's all we were supposed to go out there. We were supposed to film. We were supposed to have a good time.
Film?
No.
What?
No.
You flew across the world and didn't film?
Didn't film nothing.
Why?
People had got it. So one of the people, they were sharing a room. One of the people, they snore. So the other person wasn't able to get no sleep. So because that person wasn't able to get no sleep, they started getting delirious. But they was also dealing with a whole lot of other emotional stuff from America, basically, that they brought on the trip with them. So now it's like I got to get out of here. I got to leave. I got to bail. Like, just like in the middle of the trip, like literally left the trip. Like, got on the plane and went back home early. But in the midst of that, I'm like, all right, cool. I just understand, like, cool. You want to. Then, like, personal attacks start happening. Like, oh, well, y'all ain't doing it. Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, hold on. Hold on. What we talking about here? Like, we the ones who allowed this to happen. Like, we have allowed y'all to be able to come on this trip. Without us, y'all wouldn't be here. So it's like, okay. Then I talked to my sister. She was like, you taking it personal. And it's my thing. I don't understand this whole, like, you taking stuff too personal. Because it's like, if somebody mentions my name or me, that's my person.
Yeah,
You're attacking my person. That makes it personal. But it always seemed like every time there's an issue around me that it ain't got nothing to do with me. It'd be something somebody else doing. I always have to be the bigger person. I always got to be understanding. I always got to be the one, oh, well, you should have just did this. I always should have did something. And I'm like, why the hell are y'all making excuses for these other people's actions? Which piss me off all the time. Just like they was blaming Will Smith. Why his wife looking at him? That didn't have to do nothing with his act. He did that. He chose to do that. So I'm sitting here like, why the hell you mean? Why I shouldn't take it personal? It's me. It's my person. Like, what kind of sense does that make? So it was just super like put me in a weird space of like, okay, so what do I have to come back to? Now I got to figure out something else to do. I got to pivot. And it's like every time stuff be on a good little path and I'm getting into a good little mode of consistency, somebody want to throw a wrench in the whole machine. Mm-hmm. Or it's always a gear that got to be replaced in the damn machine. It don't matter what it is. Every time I be on it be the tiniest of hot streaks. The tiniest. One person come. And I'd be like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to do. Like,
I mean, because when you hit me, said we got to record, bro. I was ready. I want to see what the hell was going on.
Man, everything was going on. Everything. And it's still an issue that hasn't been resolved. Like, as of now, I'm not filming content. Well, but besides this, until April 10th. So I'm like,
wow.
That's the $1 million question. As always, I gotta figure out a way to get my content filmed. I'm like, the system was working fine. Now so I don't know. I'm just like, all right, cool. I done been here before. Take a step back. I'll figure it out. But it's always some shit. It's always some shit. And what I learned though, I did understand about having a good woman in your corner or a woman that brings you peace, just regardless. Because when all of this stuff was going down, even the stuff with my mom and my mom and my sister on the first vacation, and then on the second vacation, the peace stayed there. It never was something that affected both of us. It never was something that that hindered us. Like, we always came together and we was just like, okay, we can talk about it, how you feel about it, how I feel about it, yada, yada, yada. And she never took it personal. I never took it personal when we were discussing the matters. She understood where I was coming from. And I was like, that's when I was just like, yeah, I'm literally about to get out of this game. Man, when I tell you I'm packing everything up, I'm out of here. I'm done. I don't want the streets. I found what I need. That's it. I don't care about nothing else. I'm praying that it works out for the best, but that showed me that, like, so that was like one of the last tests I needed. Going on vacation with somebody. If you can make it on vacation, like, it's like certain things you have to do in like milestones of like getting to know somebody and building a relationship. Going on vacation is one. Seeing them how they are when they mad or how they problem solve or when things get hectic. Those are like 3 major things you have to see, because like long term, you need to know how they gonna act in these situations. So far, all the tests were passed with flying colors, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then I started thinking to myself, like, let's just say I stay out in the streets. What more am I looking for? What more can I have? That's just me thinking that I'm different, and I would be like these women. Oh, there's somebody better that's gonna come along, and then you be like, then you end up with nothing. You end up with nothing at all. I was just like, yeah, it's cool. It's good. My entire, like, even mindset for, like, building a family. Like, I ain't never thought about building a family more in my life than these last 3 weeks and how important it was to build a family. Seeing the mistakes that my mom made, understanding my sister's mentality with stuff versus mine, us going on a second vacation and dealing with the problem. I was just like, you know, I'm ready. I'm just ready to move in that path. Like, it ain't nothing more that I want to experience. It ain't nothing more of like, Other women don't even look good no more. It just annoying because I just know that I gotta learn some. It's just like all of this stuff is like I'm just above it. I'm done. It's okay. Like just focus on building. Because I just realized to elevate, I have to collaborate. I have to do this with people I trust. I have to build with the others. I can't build by myself.
Yeah.
I can only get so far.
Like Kevin said, you need a wolf pack.
Yes. Wolfpack is very, very important. Well, as I'm rebuilding mine. But I understand the importance of that. I understand the importance of just like running ideas by different minds. So like even that's why I was so interested to get here and just talk to you about even like the will stuff, in any of the stuff, because it just gives me a different perspective on it all. Something granted, I might think that my way is right, and not saying that it is right or wrong, because that can all be perspective. However, opening yourself up to new information and to accept more ideas. Kanye said, I never make the wrong decision when I got all the information. And usually as men, we never have all the information. It's people. We never have all the information. You know what I'm saying? We just act off of what we know at the time. And which is understandable.
Off emotion.
Yeah. And like even me, like understanding, like shedding that emotion. Like I never in my life want to be caught in a situation like Will Smith. I never want to be never in my life. And that's even important in me. Like my last 2 relationships, I realized that there was times when it was about me. And they chose to make it about them. Like literally, like chose the day. I remember the day I was going to my premiere for the TV show I had created. We were showing it in the movie theater. The day of it, that was the day she chose to leave me a note saying like, "Oh, this ain't work." I'm like, out of all the days, you strategically did this today. You strategically came and got all your stuff this day. You strategically knew that, or you were trying to hurt me because you wanted it to be about you. I ain't standing for it no more. I will not be caught out here like Will. I don't want nothing. That woman is toxic. I keep saying this about her. Every time I see, I just be like, there's something about that girl that like has him in a hold. He always be doing stuff for her that always compromises him as a man. He even described it. He says he wanted his family to look like this. He wanted to be perfect. But what happened? Look at his kids. His kids rebellious as hell. His kids do the most they are the weirdest black kids you have ever seen. And I'm not saying that they not whatever we can. It's just like we always like, I don't want it. I don't want that. It's not healthy. Because now you got a black man slapping another black man in front of on the most prestigious stage. We ain't healing nothing like that. And even Godfather, he was talking about that. He was like, why we always think we gotta like settle things with like fights? Like why? Why do we the only that think that? And even me thinking about it, I'm like, okay, let's just look at it. Like Chris Rock and Will Smith, they don't have to do business ever again. Chris Rock has a stand-up, he does comedy, yada, yada, yada. And then Will Smith has a production company, he produces movies, he's in movies. Like, they worlds never have to collide again. And they just couldn't go their separate ways. They ain't got to do business. They just ain't got to deal with each other.
Yeah, be like, well, my wife feel disrespected, so I outside, I don't fuck with you.
And that's cool. Man, they could, even if they at the same party, they ain't even got to speak. They ain't even got, man. So I'm just, that taught me a lot. It taught me what I do enjoy seeing other people's problems and their mistakes that they make, because it helps me know that like, no, that's not what I want. Mm-hmm. That's not what I want for my life. I never want to be in a position where I'm like, I want to. When I was talking about it in Italy, I was saying like, I want a Denzel Pauletta marriage. I want a who else? Samuel Jackson and his wife. Granted, they on the cover of, what was it, Essence? Mm-hmm. They on the cover of Essence now talking about the relationship. But like for the longest.
They've been together 50 years.
Long ass time. Man, I'm telling you.
40 years, something like that.
Tez, mark my words. I am about to get out there. Nobody will know anything about my personal life.
Oh,
My
Jesus.
kids,
Go it up.
my wife. You will not. You will have to know me to know if I'm even married. that's like.
Let me tell you something.
I don't want none of that.
Let me tell you something. In the last 2 years, my personal life been attacked so bad. It'd be so much.
Bruh.
I'd be like this.
Hell, and I've been seeing it too. That's the crazy part.
I'd be like, and I'm so out the way. Like this, I'm so out the way.
Bruh.
Hey man, me personally, man, I'm happy with whatever way you go. I'm happy for you. I'm content for you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you have to get you a woman who, you know, like you gotta get a woman you want. Cause let me tell you, but ain't that out here? Like I was telling about earlier. I said, well, people go through all this shit. That's why I don't want no girlfriend. That's why I ain't got no. That's why I ain't got one.
I understand.
Like this.
Wait till we talk about Mama Trauma 3. I was like, I get everything you've ever said to me about you and date and having to deal with these women. It all clicked right then.
Like that's why I want one.
Bruh, it ain't nothing out here.
Hey, the emotion, they too overly emotional. They feelings aren't facts. They too erratic. You know what I'm saying?
It's they truth.
It's like it's tiring. Bruh. Hey, they not fit. They not feminine. They not friendly.
Y'all are fat. I'm gonna say that again. Y'all are fat.
They not cooperative. Like, can't get them to cooperate.
Bruh. You remember that video we watched when it was like, yeah, because most of y'all don't know teamwork. Y'all don't know how to play with others.
Yeah.
I see it all the time. I see it more and more. I see it more. You know what's even crazier? Have you started paying attention to, like, humans are evolving.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, dude, like, I was, for the longest, I was like, what is going on? Because the women are turning more masculine. Niggas are turning more feminine.
Yeah. Cause you know what though? Cause like today, I'm looking at this because today I saw this thing, right? And I think I sent it to you. And I was talking about the black community.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, the stats. You talking about
Mhm.
that? Yeah. You definitely got to read that off. Definitely got to read that off.
It was basically saying in the 60s, 40% of black people had their own businesses, and 87% of black families were two-parent. Today, it's less than 7% of black people own their own businesses, and only 25% of black people in like two family households. You know what I'm saying? And it was talking about like the money circulating. See, we got all these women who, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a boss bitch. Yeah, bitch. Seven streams of income. Y'all grandmama them generation, everybody had a business. We had our own schools. We had our own law firms. We had our own dentists. We had our own doctors. We had our own grocery stores. We had our own banks. And when segregation came along, we wanted to integrate.
Mm-hmm. Leave my people into a burning building.
And what happened was now we don't have nothing.
Nothing.
And when we was on that type of time, we had families and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody individuals. Like I was talking to a friend of mine, and we was talking about like home ownership now, like the inflation and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I said because it's not meant for one person to do this.
It's not.
It's meant for two people.
Yeah.
The problem with a lot of us is we're so individuals.
Yep.
So going back to what you're saying is now you're ready to partner.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm in a position that, you know what I'm saying, if the right partner comes along.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, cause I partnered with someone before, and when the partnership was over with, they gained and I lost.
Mm-hmm. So you scarred from that?
Not scarred. Shoot, I just got to find. I got to know the right. I know what the right partner gonna look like.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, for sure.
I ain't heard about it at all. If you heard about it, because I've thrived since the partnership.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yet and still, for the ultimate partnership to go to
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To go up is different.
Yeah.
And it's like, so right now, I'm not 30-something no more. So I can't risk it all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting later down the line.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to play the game different.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to
So
play
you know
the game
like,
different.
so like it's certain things I look for.
Hey man, I'm hearing that down in Brazil and the Philippines. I'm telling you, that's what I'm
But
telling
no,
you.
I talked about this earlier too. Here's the crazy thing, right? You know, every stat girl you see on Instagram with no clothes on, she got a real big behind. Every picture gonna be showing her behind, or she gonna have an OnlyFans. Who wants to? Who want to partner with that? Now, somebody want to do other stuff with that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And it's nice to look at. But who want to partner with that?
Yeah. And my thing about that is most of the ones who be on Instagram half naked, all the stuff, they ain't got no skills past that.
Like Kim Kardashian talking about some, y'all gotta work. I remember Bob Walter asking her, what do you do? What's your talent? But her talent, just like so many women that we see on the screen, her talent is because she looked the part.
Yep. And the thing that I've been hearing the most, like, it's like certain things in this last like month I've been hearing over and over. One of them has been gratitude. And then the second one has always been like their relationships, how important they were and how vital of a role they played in their life. Just like having, how we always talk about having peace, or do they make dope women anymore? But like, cause that dictates so much. When your house, it like literally for the first time I've had a peaceful household. I never even knew what a peaceful household was until like recently now. And I just like, I even see differently. I move differently. Like, it's just like, it's not even a weighted thing anymore. Whereas you wake up and it's like always something. It's always some chaos. It's always this. You always hit some shit. You be like, we ain't even ate breakfast yet. How all this didn't happen? How?
It's always something.
How?
Hey, Marvin Gaye said, this ain't living.
Bruh. What's going on? And I'm just like, I'm taking everything just even more serious. I'm like, okay, this means so much more to me. But granted, I thank all of the women that I have had and all the relationships I have had, because it's got me to this point.
Because it showed you what you don't need.
Yep. And I realized that's what, like, I hate this, like, these whole, like, women want to be selfish, this whole movement, and I just want to live my years and all this stuff. Because I think we're supposed to obviously heal from relationships, but I think we're supposed to keep trying and not making the same mistakes. But most of us keep making the same mistakes, and we not learning from them.
You ain't learning from mistake, yo.
And I'm like, y'all, what are y'all doing? Like, it still baffles me to this day that women will come from a single household and they look at their parents and be like, y'all have made this hard for me. They can say that to their parents, but then they created the same household or worse.
So what happens is, a lot of them believe that, you know, once I got some money, like, oh, my dad didn't have enough money to buy what I wanted, so now I got 2 jobs, and we pouring more money into the kid, so now the kid don't care about all the other stuff. Or better yet, the kid go his dad on weekends, so he getting what he need from both of us.
Man, I like, and for the longest I was like, okay, I used to think of the podcast as like, we gotta like change the world, right? Used to be like, get this out there, and that's still like, you know, try to touch as many lives as possible. But it was just like, I'm starting with my own life. I am starting my own life, and I'm just gonna use my life as hopefully an example. That's all. That's all that I can do. That and I might not affect the world, but all that matters is the people around me, the community around me. If I can help
Your
put
circle.
them in a better position.
Your circle.
Yes. That's all it is.
Your village.
My village. My village. My village. So I'm like, I've even watched like when we was talking, and we can go, y'all can go back to this episode. Polly want a cracker? I remember like having that mindset of like, yeah, no. Like that mindset has completely changed now.
Mm-hmm.
It has completely changed. I just look at it there. I'm like, no. Yeah, it might work for some, but I ain't got time for it to work for me. But I also understand. I understand why I used to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's certain things in my past, which we're gonna talk about Mama Trauma 3, that I had to detach from. Okay. I remember looking at my sister and being like, I gotta detach from this. I have to.
Sounds something your bro told you, huh?
You ain't never told no lie. You ain't never told no lie.
Never told no lie.
You ain't never told no lie. And that's the funny thing about like advice and all of this stuff, like, cause in the time, like, yes, you hear it, but it won't really make sense until you kind of get a little closer to it or you deal with it a little more. You know what I'm saying? And then you go through your own life experiences. But we have to get better. Like my generation, even the generations behind me, like we have to get better at like recognizing these things from other people's. Yeah. We don't listen at all. We be ready to just like, we want to be heard so bad. We want to be heard so bad. And it'd be like, okay, that's cool. I understand that. I'm not saying that you should be neglected. However, people that come before you, they've seen a lot more than you. Mm-hmm. In whatever it may be. It may be relationship. It may be business. Just listen. And I'm not saying you have to do what they're saying, but there's things that from your life I take and I'm like, okay, let me apply this in my way.
Yeah.
But it opens me up for that. If I ain't listening, then I'm only thinking my way. Mm-hmm. And then now we on stage slapping somebody.
Yeah, because unfortunately, the stuff I tell you or I tell most people, no one ever told me.
Yeah.
And I just had to bump my head. Mm-hmm. And I had to understand not to live off my emotions and how I feel about something. Mm-hmm. And what something make my heart hurt. You know what I'm saying?
It's a hard. I think it's a hard thing for us to do as men because we never given any tools of like understanding emotion. Like we just know that okay, I'm angry, but okay, why am I angry?
See, but I understand that. I understand emotion very quickly because I learned it early because I never had nobody to take up for me.
Okay.
And I never had anybody who didn't let me just not, just let me do the hell I want to do. Mm-hmm. Like I understood there was consequences. When I did something, I already knew there was a consequence behind it.
Yep.
But yeah,
bro, my whole routine and regimen changing. I love to see it for myself. Like
hey man,
I remember walking into the shop, boy, naive 18-year-old.
Hey man, I see it for you, man. Look, bro, everybody want to be in love with somebody. Mm-hmm. Everybody want to find peace with somebody. Mm-hmm. Yep. You know what I'm saying? The problem is people think being in love with someone and having peace with somebody means getting a piece of somebody.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. I want to see what you think about this. So, when one of the conversations that we had in Italy was like that a lot of, I'll say, men of status usually they have cheated. Now I'm not saying they're cheaters. They have cheated, right? And so I was trying to like explain to my homie like I'm not saying that these guys are cheaters. I'm saying that yes, they've cheated because they're on a different level.
Kevin Samuels said they have options.
They got options, so let's go with that. And I'm trying to get him to understand. He was just like, yeah, to be a great man is like you just gonna cheat. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying that. I think you're gonna have some level of betrayal with your person. Well, I don't think it's always gonna be cheating though.
Because it's not. See, the problem with men, that conversation is like men acting like women. Mm-hmm. Sex ain't shit to men with stature because it comes down a dozen. You get to a point that you don't even be bothered with it no more. You know what I mean? But Perfect example. Let's use this. And I think we said this before. Only thing in Martin Luther King's 39 years that they said they had a problem with was him and those women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the FBI said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coretta ain't never said it. After Martin died, Coretta ain't never wrote her biography. Oh, Martin just was. Martin can keep his thing in his pants.
She ain't had no red table talk.
And the thing is this: men do what they do, and people say, why you said that's so insensitive? Why you go in the Bible? Solomon had many wives. You look at history. A king had concubines. What do you think he had concubines for? This whole monogamous, I'm supposed to just be with you and that's it, ain't real. You know what I mean? It's real if that's what you want to do. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I mean, I believe you get married, you shouldn't have no girlfriends if you married.
Mm-hmm.
But I also believe in being married and being single.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend either.
Mm-hmm.
Because the problem with so many people, they pedestalize girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
Same way, why would you get the cow if you get the milk for free?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I have thoughts of being a wife and I'm a girlfriend, I get treated just like a wife? Get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we've done. We've done that. Oh, my girlfriend. We're gonna move her in.
Mm-hmm.
It's my girlfriend. We're gonna take 1,000 trips.
Mm-hmm.
But if it don't work out after 5 years and a stamped passport, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If it don't work out, what's next?
Yeah.
Then you go do it with somebody else.
Yep.
I remember I dated this woman, and she every time we'll do something, she be like, oh yeah, me and my ex-husband did this. Or I've been here before with my ex-boyfriend or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's had all these life experiences.
And I'm sitting here like this. But I couldn't get mad at her because she had a life before me.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't save anything for me to do with her.
Mm-hmm.
And vice versa with men.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's not really wise for a man to like have a house, because it's been so many women in their house, in their bedroom, in the living room, changing stuff around the way to suit her needs. Then the next girl come in and do the same thing. Like a revolving door.
Yeah, I think I feel like this used to be a thing, like in movies and TV shows. Like when you would get married, y'all would get like a new house. Even if he had something like that, would be
no. Most people will, but hypothetically, most people can't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
So, but as a man, it's like this. As a man, you buy a house just to move your wife in. You get what I'm saying? The thing about Will and Jada, so many things come from the word providing, protecting, provision, the P's. You know what I'm saying? It's so much go into it. Not just if somebody say something crazy to me or I don't like, I'm gonna attack him. Not just that. That's very minute. That's the small part of it. You know, I'm truly happy you're in a position that you know what it looks like. You know what I'm saying?
I thank God for being here. I thank God for being here. It's been a rough road of learning and understanding this, but just to get to this point is like, it means so much to me.
Cause some days I be home, I like, oh man, I love to have a girlfriend, and I be like, hell no, the hell I won't. Too temperamental.
Yep.
I'm not. I'm so even keeled that stuff bothers me. It throws me out. It gets into my spirit too much. The BS that comes along with you, or whatever, gets in my spirit. The insecurities that you have kind of gets into me, and I be like this. Then you find yourself lying to yourself about stuff that you don't really prefer.
Yep. Bruh. It's like osmosis. Like that shit seeps into you. The person you lay with, their thoughts, their ideals, their insecurities, you can feel it slowly creeping in. I ain't never really.
You know what I'm saying? I like my women strong, but I like them feminine.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like to be fly, so I like my women to be fly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a social media person. I don't like my women on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like the titty pictures.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Yep. I got a problem up.
Hey. Oh, this. I don't.
Yep.
This shit corny to me.
Get me a girl that's gonna be out the way.
Get out the way.
Man.
Shit, she too busy.
Too busy.
I like my bitch booked and busy.
Bruh. Oh my God. Y'all, I want better for us all. Dudes, I want y'all to get y'all stuff together because a lot of y'all is still slipping, which makes me mad. And then women, also get y'all stuff together. Y'all getting fat, get in the gym. Men, get in the gym. Stay fit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to be around for a long time, just get in the gym. Watch what you eat. Just do things. Like my entire I am dedicated to changing and making myself the best human that I can make myself, and create the best environment for me. I literally can't blame nobody else. I have forgiven all of my childhood traumas from both my dad and my mom. I'm past that. I'm good. I am just focused on working towards the future now.
Hey man, it's a blessing that you gave your daddy the grace, the same grace you gave your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Because most people don't give mama and dad the same grace, equal grace. I'm sorry.
And you know what's crazy? I'm way harder on my mom than I was my dad. I have forgiven my dad a long time ago, and I was still holding on until this vacation. It was still stuff that I was holding on to, and I was like, but then I came and I was like, oh okay, it's okay.
It's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's time. I have matured. I have matured into manhood. Like I've matured. Like, and I love to see it. And I'm just hoping that for everybody else, even people around me, people who listening to this, people whatever. I just want everybody to mature and get to a better place.
Manhood, maturation.
Yep. That part.
The maturation of manhood.
Yep. Hey man, it's been a great episode, man.
Yeah. Hey man.
Make sure y'all like, comment,
subscribe, follow us on Instagram, Big Bro, Little Bro Show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop some more content this week.
Yep. And we getting this thing in the Apple Podcast too real soon. So y'all be able to listen on the go.
Yeah.
Now, y'all ain't always got to just tune in on the YouTube. So just know that that's also something that is happening. Like
we coming. You know what I'm saying? We were gone for a minute and then back at the jump off. We was in the club case something jumps off. Anyway, man, I'm the Flash.
Comedian Lonnie.
We out.
Peace.